Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you. Folks on the fence, we'd welcome you to join the bleachers if you want, but you're probably those people who come to a game and stand on the fence and watch from there, so I don't want to get you out of your groove. Thank you to everyone for just coming out to be a part of this incredibly special day. If we haven't met, my name is Dr. Todd Robinson, and I have the blessing and privilege of serving as your superintendent. I so appreciate, just in this busy week and at the end of the week, you joining us in recognizing a significant moment for our district, and more importantly, an opportunity to acknowledge an incredible member of our community. Before we dive into today's ceremony any further, I'm going to ask that everyone that can please rise for the singing of our national anthem by Brynaert Sikoraki, Romeo Middle School 7th grader.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ran clear, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Wow, thank you, Bennett. That was amazing. I'd like to start by taking the opportunity to acknowledge and thank some folks who are here at the ceremony with us today, and a few that put some time and effort into this prior to this afternoon. Community is important, extremely important in these parts, and I want to acknowledge a couple of our municipal leaders who are in attendance. Mr. Mike Philbrook, Bruce Township Supervisor, and Ms. Megan Poznansky, Village of Romeo President. Thank you for being with us. I want to thank Mr. Brad Martz down here on the end, Romeo Middle School Principal. Of course, it's kind of inherent that he hosts us for this event, but there's a lot of people on his team who have done so much to support the preparation of today's event. I want to thank Chris Storm and our operations department and a Barton Mallow construction management team for staying on top of some of our contractors who were finishing up things in anticipation for today. The rain this week made my bleachers installers just take some aggressive, motivating feedback to be done for today. But we're grateful for their help in making sure we were ready. I want to thank our speakers who are listed in your program today, and we look forward to their comments shortly. Thank you lastly to the Brynaert family. I think first and foremost for your patience, support, and passion to see this acknowledgement become a reality for your dad today. I think there's a few virtual meetings and a few phone conversations over the past several months where I've had to use the adage, trust the process. So thank you to the Brynaert family. Our official naming ceremony and public celebration today is a culmination of a process that has been in the making for almost 2 years now for me. However, I could not make this happen without the support of our Board of Education. I would like to acknowledge our board members who are here in attendance today. Mrs. Eichhorst, our board president. Trustees, Mr. Boyer, Mrs. Bowman, Mrs. Chahaki, and our board secretary, Mrs. Rice. Thank you for joining us today. Mrs. Bonnick and Mr. Antoine were not able to be with us today, but they send their heartfelt congratulations, because both of them I know were parents of a couple different athletes that were in the athletic program. District Policy 6009 sets forth that the Board of Education is the only entity that can officially authorize the naming of a district facility. Last May, the board passed Resolution 57 that allowed the superintendent the opportunity to pursue the possibility of naming this new facility. If I'm honest, the homework had been done, and in reality, the background story just needed to be told in a few subcommittee meetings, and put through a process to make sure that it was official and aligned with board policy. Additionally, if the board was supported, I had a strong desire to keep this a surprise from Greg. Now, I love surprises. However, that is outdistanced by Greg's dislike for public spotlight and attention. He is as humble of a person you will ever meet, and if you're here today, I know you know that. Fast forward to this past August 25th, when the board amended that original Resolution 57 and formally approved officially naming this new facility Brynaert Field. Thank you again to our board for all of your support. When I think back to that night in August, it really was special for me. We actually had a couple of really important things on that agenda, but we had to pull a little scheme together to first of all get Greg there. I resolved myself several months earlier that there is absolutely no way I could pull off getting Greg to this field and all of you just conveniently being here without him thinking something's up. And a few of his children said you could not guarantee he wouldn't just turn around and get in his car and head out. But I asked Greg to come to that meeting in support of our upcoming bond proposal and his long-term vision for the one campus plan for Romeo High School athletic facilities. And that is true. He's had a long-term vision for that. Taylor and Christy were in collusion with me on the plan all along and kept the family informed. I also asked a few of Greg's longtime colleagues and friends to be there to help keep the surprise intact. It was a special moment when his family came out to surprise him after the board voted on the resolution, and all I could think was, man, he is really mad at me right now. Well, before I turn it over to our speakers for today, I actually would like to take a minute and read from the official resolution, because I know many of you weren't at that meeting. I think it embraces the essence of what today is about and likely foreshadows some of the words that you'll hear from our speakers. This is from the amended Resolution 57, unanimously approved by the board 7-0 on August 25th. Whereas under the district's Board of Education Policy 6009, the board reserves the exclusive rights for naming school district buildings and facilities. And whereas on May 27th, 2025, the school district's Board of Education, through its Resolution 57, voted to grant the superintendent limited authority under the Board of Education policy to consider the naming of the new Romeo Middle School's outdoor athletic facility. And whereas the Board of Education desires to amend Resolution 57 to name the RMS athletic facility in honor of Mr. Greg Brynaert. And whereas Mr. Brynaert deserves this honor as he has been part of the Romeo community for over 40 years and served as Director of Parks and Recreation for 14 years and Athletic and Activities Director for the school district for 20 years before his retirement in June of 2018. And whereas even after his retirement, Mr. Brynaert served the community as a member of the 4-County Community Foundation Board and as a Romeo Washington Bruce Parks and Recreation Commissioner. And whereas Mr. Brynaert's impact on the whole Romeo area community is timeless and will transcend his time as our school district's athletic director for generations to come. Some of the greatest community traditions we experience here in Romeo have Greg Brynaert's fingerprints and passion behind them. And whereas Mr. Brynaert's greatest legacy may very well be his vision and belief behind the mantra, "Be Romeo," and whereas the Board of Education recognizes the importance of honoring individuals whose dedication, service, and commitment have made a lasting impact on our students, schools, and community at large, it is the desire of this Board of Education to ensure that Greg Brynaert's legacy continues to inspire future generations. Whereas naming RMS's outdoor athletic facility in Mr. Brynaert's honor will serve as a lasting tribute to his extraordinary service and dedication to Romeo Community Schools. This resolution will be entered into the permanent records of the Board of Education, and a copy was shared with Mr. Brynaert as a token of the school district's gratitude and respect. And now I'd like to ask Mr. Cody Smith, Romeo High School Director of Athletics and Student Activities, to come and share a few words.
To make Greg feel a little more comfortable, I was going to turn this into a roast, but Mr. Oswald told me not to, so keep it professional here. Good afternoon, everyone. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Cody Smith, Director of Athletics for Romeo Community Schools, and had the great honor and challenge of following a man who's had a huge impact on our district. I'd like to thank the Board of Ed as well, and Dr. Robinson for making today's events happen. We are honored today to dedicate the new Romeo Middle School field in the name of a man who gave over 20 years of service and leadership to Romeo Community Schools, our longtime athletic director, Greg Brynaert. Greg's vision, commitment, and passion helped shape the opportunities our student athletes still enjoy. His dedication to excellence and his care for our community will continue to inspire future Bulldogs who take the field here. Greg's mantra of "Be Romeo" is a reminder to all of our student athletes and staff to be first class in everything that we do here at Romeo. His mission still goes strong in our building and in our athletic department. We stand here today at the new Brynaert Field, and I think that it's only fitting that the sign says Brynaert Field, which represents the family as a whole. As an athletic director, I can speak to how taxing this job can be on one's family, so I know how much sacrifice that Patty, Christine, Sarah, Jamie, and Taylor have all given to this position over the years, and how much time they have given to our district as well. I can't imagine how many hot dogs and popcorn you guys have made for the district, so thank you. I feel that this is a tremendous honor for the entire family, so to that, congratulations to all of you as well. When I first started at Romeo 8 years ago, Greg made sure to help me and guide me in every way possible. He introduced me to people in the community and was always there to bounce ideas off to ensure there was a smooth transition between the two of us. For that, I'll always be grateful. Thank you, Greg. Greg's leadership and core values are still reflected in Romeo and will continue on. So in closing, congratulations to Greg, again, Patty, Christine, Sarah, Jamie, and Taylor on this tremendous honor. And remember, go Bulldogs and be Romeo. Thank you.
And now Clara Russell, Parks and Rec.
So, as said, I'm Clara Russell. I am the person who had to fill the big footprint that Greg Brynaert made at Parks and Recreation before he moved on to the school. I first met Greg when I graduated in 1991. I was an intern at Parks and Recreation. From the start, he took me under his wing. He became my mentor and my friend. And his experience was immeasurable. Not just through what he shared in his mind, but honestly by me watching what he did. One thing I can say for certain is that Greg was really supposed to be in my life. First at Parks and Rec, and then he tried to get away from me when he moved to the Romeo schools as the athletic director, but we were in constant communication. because we always needed a gym or something was wrong with the pool or what have you. When I think about it, Greg really couldn't get away from me. I consider myself a barnacle to him because it gets further on. I heard he was retiring, and of course I was happy for him, but I was sad because the alarm went off inside of me because he is a person that I always went to when I needed something. But then as he taught me to troubleshoot, I thought, oh, when I heard that he was going to be on the commission for Parks and Recreation. So once again, stuck with me. Happily, I can state that retired Greg did that for many years. He got me through COVID. He helped us through a political storm, which I am ever thankful for. As you know, Greg's a team player. He's hardworking, dedicated, creative, and innovative. Just ask him about Meteor Ball today and see. We're thinking next pickleball for that game. Greg made a commitment to live and fulfill a mission every single day. If you ask his wife Patty and his kids, I'm sure they'll tell you it was 24 hours of every single day. He was always working. He told me how he would take the kids from park to park, and secretly, while they were playing or he was playing with them on the playground, he'd be checking the equipment, taking mental notes, and of course picking up trash, which to this day I can't walk by something on the ground without calling it a Greg picking it up. I even remember going to a Romeo basketball game and seeing Greg with a broom out there doing a quick sweep of the court. It never stopped. I thank you for who you are, what you gave me, and you are so deserving of this. So, thank you.
Here to speak on behalf of the district staff and Romeo High School staff, Principal Brynaert.
So one thing Cody left out when he started was Greg invited him to his retirement party. And for those of you that were there, it was a great night. And I remember looking over at Cody, and I shouldn't have said this because it was his first day, but I was like, man, those are some big shoes to fill. How you feeling today, Cody? So, you know, public speaking and speaking at events like this it just kind of comes with the job. I personally don't like it, and I generally try to get out of it whenever I can, except for today. To have the opportunity to honor Greg, I'm just very, very blessed and humble to be here today. I only got to work with Greg for about 2 years before he retired. And in that very short period of time, he made such an impact on me and on my life, not just, you know, as a principal, but also a member of this community and as a man and as a father, because there's no greater role model or mentor for what it means to serve the community than Greg. Okay, I mean, this guy has spent his entire life putting everybody else's needs ahead of his own, and honoring and doing that for everybody else. He did it for his coaches, for his players, for our students, the teachers, the principals, his wife, his children, and his grandchildren. Which is why today is so great, is because we get the opportunity to finally honor the man that has spent his entire life honoring everybody else. So, you know, so one thing I want to share, when I found out about this from Dr. Robinson and the board meeting, I did call a few people that may not know. One of them was Jason Couch. I think we know Jason. So I let Jason know what was going on. Obviously, he couldn't make it. Saturdays are kind of busy for him now. So, but he texted me after the board meeting and asked, how was it? How did Greg, you know, what was his reaction? And I said, well, he was uncomfortable. He was embarrassed, and I could tell he didn't want to be there, just like right now. And I said it was absolutely perfect, and what you would expect from one of the most humble men you'll ever meet in your life. So Greg, thank you for once again tolerating this and putting a smile on, and once again doing it for us and putting us above yourself, because I can promise you everybody here loves the fact that this field is named after you. Congratulations, sir.
And last but not least, on behalf of the Brynaert family, his son Taylor.
All right, again, my name is Taylor Brynaert. Today I get the privilege of standing here up and talking on behalf of myself, my 3 sisters, Sarah, Christy, and Jamie, and of course my mother, Patty. We want to thank you, Dr. Robinson, Romeo Community Schools, the school board, and all those who showed up here today to celebrate. It's an incredible honor to stand here today as we dedicate this field to my dad. To us, it's not just a stadium, it's a symbol of his lifetime of work, his passion for sports, and his commitment to the community. If there's one theme that sums up his career, it's team. Everything my dad has ever done has been about team. He has always believed it takes a village, whether that was running Parks and Rec, leading as an athletic director, or simply being the first guy to drop everything to help someone out. The hours he poured in the community were countless. Growing up, I just thought it was normal to work from 7 to 8 or 9 p.m., volunteering and showing up at extra events, and that's just what dads did. Knowing what I know now, I realize how much of that went unnoticed by most, but it mattered. Every fundraiser, every coach he encouraged, every extra thing that he created, from Smile Day to Charity Week to building excitement around high school activities, was his way of investing in something bigger than himself and showing us we could do the same. And if you've ever had the privilege of listening to one of his speeches or pep talks, you quickly realize he wasn't just looking for wins and losses. He was also looking for people who lived out what he called Be Romeo. People who would raise good young men and women, who would build strong values, who would put character before the scoreboard. As Dr. Robinson told me, many hands make light work, and my dad was the one organizing those hands, finding those helpers, and making sure every kid felt that they belonged. I also know this honor isn't just for my dad. It's for all those who had influence on him as a person. That list is long, and many of those people are no longer with us. But one special person who still deserves a significant amount of honor is my mom, Patty. My mom has been his biggest supporter through all of it, holding things together at home, cheering him on, and lending her support in time with countless events and being the quiet strength behind everything he accomplished. I think she still holds the record for making the most batches of popcorn at Romeo events. What makes this even more special is knowing that my girls, who are in the crowd today, that one day they get to play on Papa's field. That's legacy, and that's what today is all about, utilizing this tangible field to remind us to live out Be Romeo every single day. Dad, when I think about legacy, there's 3 things I hope to accomplish. 1, to be a great father, to be a great husband, and if I'm lucky, to be half the man you are. Too often in life, we don't get the chance to celebrate people or tell them how much they mean to us until it's too late. So I'm grateful I get to say this to you now, Dad. Thank you for the example you set, the sacrifices you made, and the values you instilled in all of us kids. The world is a better place because of you. The ripple effect is seen throughout the community and will continue for generations. We love you, and I can't think of a better name to go on this field. Thanks, Dad.
You know, location, 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 we hear in different chapters of our life. And as much as that new high school and that athletic facility and everything that's evolving there over really as much as a decade is special, when I began to think and see the vision of naming this field after Greg, I can't think of how many times he stood out here or close to here and looked that way and saw that water tower, and just over the hill was another significant chapter of his life at Parks and Rec. So everything happens for a reason, and I don't believe it's coincidence that it's this place that gets to bear his name. So I think it's only fitting that we take a few minutes now and hear from our honoree. Let's congratulate and welcome the man of the hour to the podium, Mr. Greg Brynaert.
afternoon. I'm deeply humbled and truly honored to be here today, but not sure that I understand what all the fuss is about. See, I believe I'm just a simple guy who I love my family, I love my work, I love going to work every day, I love the people I worked with, and I love this community. And I had two of the greatest jobs in the world. And the crazy part about all this is they paid me for it. I'm the luckiest guy in the world. What more can I say or need as a guy on that? My greatest joy as I was looking forward into retirement, I wouldn't have to speak in front of large groups anymore. And somehow reluctantly, here I am today. I look back over the 20 years working at the Romeo High School and 14 years at Parks and Recreation. My first thought is on all the help and support I received by so many caring people along the way. I myself cannot look back without extending a heartfelt thank you to the many people who were instrumental in helping put forward a successful and a wonderful community. I'd like to start off, first of all, by thanking my wife for all the events, games, and activities she showed up to help and work. It all became our Friday date night, going to football games, hockey games, basketball games, soccer games, school plays, and many musicals on there. She also worked 10 hours, as we mentioned earlier, in a concession stand, making popcorn and help raise funds for our sports teams. I was also blessed that she always had a warm dinner when I got home about 9:30, 10 o'clock at most nights. I thank you, I love you, and I could not have done any of this without you and your support. Thank you. I also want to thank my awesome children. First of all, for making today happen. Thank you. This is not any part of my wildest dream that I'd be standing here, nor did I ever dream of it, but here I am on there. And also, I'm so proud of all of you for being excellent students, hard-nosed athletes. All of them have worked very hard, and each of them has tremendous strides in each of their professions. I like that right now to have my 3 children up here, my son down here. Please stand. I wanted to give them a round of applause. Thank you. And to all my grandkids who are here tonight, you all inspire me, and I love each one of you dearly. So I'm really extremely proud of you guys. And if you guys can please stand, I'd like to say my grandkids all over there. All 7 of you. So. I want to thank my daughter Sarah for driving today all the way from Harbor Springs, got out of school and took off with the kids. They're here. I thank you so much. I had another daughter, Christine, who flew in yesterday from New York, and another friend of the family, Dee Conrad, who came in from St. Augustine, Florida yesterday in an airplane to come and visit and be a part of this. I thank you all very much. I also have several lifelong friends, football buddies from high school and college are here today. I also additional family members here tonight, and I thank you all for being part of this tonight, sir. You all mean the world to me. Thank you for making the effort and in being here today. For those who are visiting our wonderful community, I just want to let you know something, that Romeo is a special place. We have to work hard to create a wonderful community and a superior school system. And yes, we have had our bumps and bruises, but yet we continue to make great things happen. We also have an awesome Board of Education and a superintendent to lead us. I would like to ask for our board members today, and Mr. Robertson, the things to please stand and know what it's like to have everybody here in front of you. To applaud you. Thank you so much. Thank you. They grab all those. I hope I didn't remember that. On his I like to. These people have created a tremendous educational platform that is the envy of our county and of our state. We thank you for your gift of time, courage, caring, and dealing with all the difficult decisions that come before you each week. We all thank you. Please give them again another round of applause. It's awesome for what they do. Thank you. I'll just throw that down. Being involved in overseeing the student activities, the clubs, the organizations, the sports team is an immense job that cannot be done or accomplished by one person. I owe endless thank you to so many people. First of all, I'd like to thank Claire. You guys are, and all her staff here today, from Parks and Recreation, Senior Transportation, for the continued dedication and committed work. You are all wonderful community servants, and you guys are doing a great job, and we're really proud of you. Thank you. Also like to honor the great athletic department office managers who worked for me. They were tremendous support, helped build and guide and nurtured a very successful program to all of our students. It's Diane D. Durangian, Kim Smith, Chris Valinelli, and Carrie Wendt. I owe a great deal to you for all the endless hard work and dedication to time. I'd also like to thank Mr. Clyde Cushenberry and Marvin Cushenberry, Larry Russell, and Tim Gagnon for their game day support. When I needed them, they've always showed up and they always said yes. Rain, sleet, snow, freezing wind, you guys were always there. These are amazing people, and I cannot thank you guys enough. I also want to thank all the scorekeepers, clock keepers, announcers, ticket takers, especially Jeff Henkel, Jerry Freeman, Richard Corey, and Dave Conan. I cannot say enough about you guys, for you are always there. You guys are my superstars. Thank you. The school administration, and again, our high school, who has helped so many times when there was multiple activities all over the town, and their assistance in helping and discussing difficult decisions. I'd like to thank Bernie Osborne, our principal, and Melissa Arntz, I saw her here earlier, our 9th grade academy principal. And again, I can never say thank you enough for all you guys have done for me. It was wonderful to see so many Romeo High School staff here today. I greatly appreciate that you guys, all the work you've done, and you definitely have inspired me along the way. A special thank you needs to extend to all the wonderful, caring, and amazing coaches who gave so much time to our kids, and most importantly, is what they taught and provided for our kids above and beyond the goal of victory. They're creating good human beings. We are blessed to have you all. And a special thank you goes out to the parents and the students who are willing to help and give their support to all the positive events and activities we plan to pursue each year. I feel maybe that the scoreboard could use a few additional names. Then it might be representative of all the goodness, hard work, and positive direction and caring that so many people have given to our kids. We are surely fortunate and very thankful. I thank you all from the bottom of my heart. What makes us special and makes us different is something we don't think about or something we don't even talk about, because it's something we just do each year. Just think about all the wonderful things that our students, our community does every year around our town, and to help others in need. Our students, staff, and community spend a great deal of time performing community service projects for all our teams, clubs, and groups. We hold community-wide fundraisers like the Watchdog to fight cancer. We hold Charity Week each year and donate money to raise to needed causes. We support St. Baldrick's, McCrest, Sharing Tree, and many more. It's what we do every day. In fact, we even have special class that is a curriculum class that is called Serve, where our students go learn how to give and support and to serve others. We try to teach that there's something more important than yourself, that the greatest feeling in life is to give of yourself to others. This is what we mean by saying, be Romeo. It is about caring and giving service to others. It is about giving respect, keeping a positive attitude, being accountable to what is your responsibility, and is all about measuring your efforts. Greater than any name on the scoreboard will be our ability to teach, motivate, challenge, and direct our students to push and make themselves better. That will test and strengthen their physical and mental aptitudes, and never give up, and to believe that they can achieve. Most importantly, they will be able to learn from winning and as well as learn from losing. And through that, they'll learn the discipline, the dedication, and determination that they'll need throughout their life. To truly become a winner and a true team, we must first learn and become a good servant to others. We need to serve our teammates, classmates, our clubs, and our groups. We need to serve our families, to serve our friends, to serve our community, to serve our school, and to serve our faith. We also need to always serve the less fortunate and needy. That is what makes us special. We need to win first in becoming good human beings and total team players before we can truly find victory in what we are doing. Our values do not come from just having sports and activities. Our values come from how we participate in those sports and activities. This is how we create and develop winners in life and winners on the field. How we win and how we lose is a lesson. How we respond to both of those is our character. The meaning of life is to work hard to develop your gift within you. The purpose in life is to give that gift away. I hope through our Romeo education, all of our students will find their special gift that they can use to give and share with others, and then go serve the world. I thank you so much to all the super people who have pitched in and constantly helped us along the way, and to all who I may have forgotten to mention, and I do deeply apologize and regret that. But thank you all. I believe in what we are doing here and what we stand for. This has been an amazing journey, and today tops it all off. I will forever be indebted to and take great pride in being a Bulldog. My only hope is that I served you well. I thank you for being here. It truly means a great deal to me and my family. And always don't forget to truly be Romeo. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I don't know if you caught that, but Greg said, "Don't worry, I won't be reading that again." Uh-oh. So now we're at the point in time in our program that I would respectfully reveal as our scoreboard unveiling. Family, friends, colleagues, and community members, let's put a final official stamp on this commemorative moment with the unveiling of the new scoreboard sign. If you would stand with me and look towards the scoreboard. 3, 2, 1, pull. Welcome to Brynaert Field, home of the Bulldogs. Thank you. You can be seated. We're almost done, little ones. And we got some snacks down there, and I see our snack committee setting up. You've earned it. Greg, we have a couple of gifts for you so that you can have a piece of Brynaert Field with you at home or wherever you are. So I know you're probably not much of the selfie type, but Taylor, maybe you can help me out here for a second. So this is a miniature replica of the scoreboard sign. So when you're traveling around in your retirement ventures with your grandchildren, you can just hold it up, get a selfie, and people will know everywhere around Brynaert Field.